इस शहर के ज़द्दार लोगों,
वो मेरी जान,
कौन कहता कि ठकराल साहब ने सिर्फ 75 लोगों की हत्या की है? इनकी गिनती तो 75 से बहुत ज्यादा है।
फाइटर में ऋतिक रोशन और दीपिका का डांस सबको पसंद आया, खासकर शेर खुल गए में। लेकिन ऋतिक रोशन को इस डांस की प्रेरणा मिली थी दीपिका पादुकोण से। हमसे खास बातचीत में ऋतिक ने किया इसका खुलासा।
Very excited to work with her.
Say nice things.
And I think everything becomes very easy when two actors come as actors and are focused on interpreting the lines and getting the best out of each scene that's on paper. And with Deepika, that became really, really easy because she brings a lot of realism in her work. And so I was constantly just bouncing off of that, you know. Each line that she says, it is coming from a very, very deep place, and I could tell that this is real. And if I don't maintain that, you know, I might look like I'm overdoing things. So I had to make sure that I'm at that frequency. And thanks to her, I think all the scenes of Minnie and Patty look extremely vulnerable. They look extremely endearing and very, very real. And there's another little thing that helped me a lot. This is when we were shooting for Sher Khul Gaye. And I had obviously put in a lot of effort in, you know, getting the steps right. When I saw Deepika doing the same step, I was like, this is looking so effortless, man.
Now he's embarrassing.
And then I asked her, and you remember this.
I remember this.
I asked her, Deepika, can you just do your step for me, please? And we are on set, cameras ready. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this until I understand what's going wrong with my step. So I asked her to do the step. I saw what she was doing, and then I copied what her style was.
Sure. Basically, I was doing it so badly that we had no choice that he copies me.
You can't say that because सबने गाना देखा है.
सबने गाना देखा हुआ है और आप भी थे वहाँ पर, आप थे. I asked her to do the step, then because sometimes you know, you get very lost in the technicality of the step, and I was getting lost in the technicality of it. जब मैंने उन्हें देखा, I said, this is looking effortless. I am going to now change the step a little bit and do it the way she does it, and that enhanced my dance as well. So thank you for that again. Thank you.
वैसे ऋतिक इस फिल्म में एक पायलट बने हैं और देखिए जरा उनकी डायलॉग बाजी अनिल कपूर के साथ। वैसे ऋतिक और अनिल कपूर का एक पुराना नाता है। अनिल कपूर ने ऋतिक रोशन के पापा की बहुत सारी फिल्मों में काम किया है और बतौर असिस्टेंट ऋतिक रोशन अनिल कपूर को जानते समझते हैं और अब साथ काम कर रहे हैं।
So I worked as an assistant while watching you in many films, my dad's films. And I modeled my process of how to get into the film as an actor by seeing you.
Wow.
And I spent 3-4 years doing that. And I was a very good assistant. In fact, even now, I love shifting between being Sid's actor and Sid's assistant.
He's the best assistant I've had.
I love doing that. But as an assistant, मैं आपको देखता था, I used to learn, and then, of course, whatever happened in the journey, अब फाइटर के सेट पे हम लोग सीन कर रहे थे in the corridor. And I had just seen a few scenes of the film, and I was on set with you. And you know, when you tell somebody, when you compliment somebody about how well they've done in a scene, the common reaction is, oh, thank you so much. You know, that's great. I'm so happy. Thank you. But when you win a gold medal at the Olympics, or when you win the Wimbledon, something that you have put your entire life and soul and every cell of yourself has gone into something, and then when you get a compliment, no, there you feel overwhelmed and you have tears in your eyes. So back to the corridor, I had just seen a few scenes, and I came to you and I told you that एक scene है film में which was written on paper as a very aggressive scene. It was full of aggression and anger. And then I saw what you did. And I told you, you have interpreted this scene in an entirely different emotional way. And what you have done is absolutely taken the film from there to there in that one scene. और जब मैंने ये बात उनसे कही, your eyes welled up. You had tears in your eyes. And I was just watching you aghast. Like, my God, this man must have put so much of himself into that one scene that when he's getting to hear that he did well, he had tears in his eyes. This is after 4 decades of doing what he does. Still to have the power to give that much into a scene. That day, I again turned into an assistant and I just watched him. And I said, he has tears in his eyes. Because he did one chota sa scene tha ek. And for that, he had put in so much that he had tears in his eyes. And I went to Sid and I said this, yeah, Sid.
He still got tears.
To have that kind of, I hope to God that I can maintain that kind of power in me to be able to give that much of me like you have. Amazing. He still has tears in his eyes.
फाइटर में ऋतिक रोशन का रोल एक ऑफिसर का है जहां पर उन्होंने वर्दी पहनी है, तो वर्दी पहनने का एक अलग रोमांच उन्होंने शेयर किया.
Because in Top Gun, he's a rebel without a cause. That's just his character. Patty, his arrogance is a force field. He doesn't allow people in because he's going through something. There is a backstory which you discover in the film. So actually, he is not arrogant. He's not a rebel. He is protecting his inner feelings that he doesn't want to expose to people. And that is what ignites the scenes between Minnie. In this film, which is what Sid was saying, it took time for me to be convinced about Patty because Patty is not larger than life. The film is larger than life. I, up until then, was doing these characters which had this emotional arc which was larger than life. But I understood that what Sid is trying to achieve, he's breaking his own mold and constructing a hero, taking aspects of me as a person, finding them and putting them together and saying, hey, this is what I want from you as a human. From that human, I've extracted these bits and this is my character. He's not larger than life. He's not Kabir. He's not Pathan. He is just a guy. Of course. Why would anyone not hope and dream of the scope of our films being as wide as possible? To say good stories. I have done many such films that where box office was not in the calculation at all. It was just something that hits your heart. And if I find a script that hits my heart, like a Super 30, Kabul, Guzarish, if something hits me, there is, because I'm a slave to my instinct. As actors, we need to be slaves to our instinct. There's no mathematics in that. The uniform, has some manic. Yeah. Every time it reminded me, there are 3 uniforms I've worn. Not uniforms, all of them, but like Krish had a cape, a costume. When I wore that, I felt strong. In Laksh, when I used to wear the uniform, it gave me strength. And in Fighter, when I wore the uniform, in a second, you feel the responsibility, you feel the weight, you feel the strength. So uniform se jo taakat jo milti hai na, that is very difficult to replicate. It is something that is surreal. It works, but it's true. You actually feel the power when you wear that uniform.
It up.
Yeah.
Wear it, and when you zip it up, that feeling.
It's a strange feeling, man.
Always happens.
Because it's a one piece. So you put your hands up, the waist comes here, your crotch comes here. It's like how do I get the perfect fit?
But still, you feel extreme.
it's amazing.
That feeling of pride.
No, but you have to be really fit for it.
Yeah, it will be really fit. I mean, hats off to all the warriors, air warriors.
Yeah.
Really.
I've seen Sid as an assistant. Yeah, I remember. I remember him being. He's actually a rebel. As an assistant, he was,
That's so true.
yeah,
Say nice things.
he's a rebel,
Say nice things.
rebel.
I've said nice things about you all.
That's what I saw in him as an assistant. And I really didn't think much of him, to be honest, on the set. We used to be working, and he used to be playing the piano. We were shooting in a church. So he's playing the piano. Now I know, since then, he's been finding his tunes for his film. He used to be stuck on the piano.
Dun, da, da, dun.
Then I saw him give a speech at, I can't remember where it
Vicky.
was. Huh?
Vicky.
Saw him give a speech and I said, eh? Because he gave a damn good speech. I said, hey, that's interesting. Then of course, he came with Bang Bang. And, well, that's history. But what I see in Sid is an incredible, what shall I say? He's definitely a fighter. He has done so much. His preparedness about Hindi cinema and cinema over the globe, his information, his knowledge, his ammunition is so good, because knowledge is your ammunition, information. He's so clued in with our spectrum, our journey, our history of Indian cinema. He knows that so well. Every song, every movie, he's watched everything. So that is his tank. He's got all the information. So for reference points, he can go to so many places. So that is one. The other is that he is stubborn, like I think we all are. When he wants something, I can't tell you, it's almost borderline funny, because he's so angry, but he's looking so cute. So he's like a mixed breed. He's a mixed breed between like an Alsatian and a Pomeranian.
No, this will travel.
So he's got aggression because he wants it to go right. And on set, that's why I always say he needs a non-reflective human being, which he has on each set. He has some non-reflective human beings, assistants, who just let his aggression just pass, because what they are seeing is a cute Pomeranian being angry. What I'm trying to say is that he is stubborn. He will not stop till the last moment to fix, to get things right, to be perfect. You think I'm a perfectionist? Meet Sid Anand. He will not stop, and that, I think, is where I completely align with him. Because I know that he will not give up. If I have something that I think we need to discuss or fix and there's no time, I know he'll be standing beside me and I will be standing beside him. So that partnership has been extremely fruitful, and I have seen him grow through those films, where I have noticed growth, of course. I've seen his confidence grow as well, which is very important, but I've not seen the humility disappear. He's just as humble, he's just as self-aware, and he's just as eager to find out about himself. Hey, am I right? Am I wrong? There is no ego there. And that just is, for me, it's heaven for me. When I'm on set with a director who I can communicate with without any fear, I know he'll be a soldier right till the end. What else do you have to fear as an actor? You can give yourself, you can just say, hey, I'm here, man. Guide, lead, I'll follow. And that's, I think, what the best parts of our partnership has been. The one who was thinking that big.
Yeah.
I don't think that should be ignored.
True.
When we started, he was the only mind that was thinking beyond.
Yeah.
He's not okay with giving the audience something that he already knows that they will like. He wants to give them something that will not just be liked, but be surprised by. Which is why he's just pushing the boundaries all the time. And what better human to partner with there?
Thank you.
On stuff like that. So I think the first effort really is to how to interpret the lines that are in front of you, and to find out how you would say those lines. You know, so you have to bring your humanness, your experiences, and kind of like find that merge where those lines can become you. So that's, I think, the first effort that we all go through. Secondly, you know, you always have a vision of how you want that character to look. You know where he's starting, you know where he's going, so it's really important where that scene is going to come, so that you can see where in that scene you can enhance the qualities and the characteristics of the character, because you're still painting. It's in the process of being painted. By the end of the film, you finally see what that character was finally about. So this is the time you get to keep finding moments within the scene where you can do something to enhance a quality about that character which is not in the scene. But as an actor, it's your job to kind of like keep inserting moments and gestures and some nuances that will make you understand what that person is about behind the lines. So all of that is actually very, I'm very afraid when I'm reading a scene, because that's something that is unpredictable. It is something you're always searching for. And that search never stops, not until the director says cut and he's got that shot. Us shot ki kahani khatam, ab next shot. So it just goes on and on and on, and that's the life. I don't attach any value in the shape of your nose or your eyes or your chin. There is absolutely, for an actor, there is absolutely, there's no value in that. I think what is attractive is a mix and the journey of your expressions. You know, when you're expressing something with any face, it may be any face in the world, but if it's expressing and taking you through a journey through those expressions, that is what becomes attractive. So it is really not about the position of your eyes and nose. And if we started believing that, oh my God, art would not exist. So I really, really think that actors should be very, very confident in that belief that I will look as attractive as anybody else if I'm expressing correctly, if I'm expressing my soul, if it's coming out there, if I am getting into the depths of this character and taking them through the mystery of what is going on in my mind. That is when they will be engaged, and that is when you will look attractive. So I really feel it's about that.
ऋतिक रोशन बहुत ही कम फिल्में करते हैं, लेकिन करते हैं पूरे कन्विक्शन के साथ। और इस बार फाइटर में इनको कन्विक्शन है कि वो कुछ अलग हटके कर रहे हैं। उनके साथ अनिल कपूर, दीपिका पादुकोण और डायरेक्टर सिद्धार्थ आनंद का साथ, जिनके साथ वो पहले वॉर कर चुके हैं। तो उम्मीद है ऋतिक रोशन, अनिल कपूर और दीपिका पादुकोण एक कॉम्बिनेशन और सिद्धार्थ आनंद का डायरेक्शन एक बार फिर से 2024 को देगा एक हिट फिल्म। मुंबई से ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट।